Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's On at DisneyPlus.com. Well, quick news update for you guys on how Disney are going to be sending a big check over to Comcast for Hulu pretty soon. Because during a recent investors call, NBCUniversal CEO Jeff Shell went on to say that basically that we know it's worth a lot of money, and because it's sold on a full control basis as if you're auctioning it off, I think there is no indication that anything else is going to happen than Disney writing a big check for the asset in 2024. How did all this come about? Well, first off, way back before Disney bought 20th Century Fox, it owned a 30% stake of the company. So did 20th Century Fox, so did Comcast, and you also had AT&T with 10%. So once Disney purchased 20th Century Fox, it gained an additional 30%, and that put it up to 60%. There was then a deal was made where they would buy out the 10% from AT&T, sort of 6 and a bit percent went over to Disney, and then like 3 and a bit percent then went over to Comcast, giving them 33 for Comcast, 66% of Disney. Disney have full control over the platform, but there's a few things in the contract that we need to be aware of. First off, that Comcast could stop putting money into Hulu and have a less percentage ownership of the platform. They could also start pulling their content away in 2022, which is what they've been doing, which is why we've been seeing like next day content leaving Hulu. And then in 2024, Comcast can force Disney to buy it out, or Disney can force Comcast to sell it. That's part of the deal. And the whole thing is, it's been valued at around about $27 billion as the minimum that it can go for, but it's going to need to be valued by an independent adjudicator to kind of work out the full value of Hulu, of which then, whatever the value is, Disney will have to pay a third of that to Comcast to buy it out. So it's all very complicated, and basically Comcast know that they have kind of got Disney over a barrel here. Disney are going to have to pay to get out of it. If Bob Iger now wants to get out of the problem a bit earlier, he's going to have to cough up. You know, Comcast is in no situation where they need to sell. They want the money, but they know that if they hold out a little bit, they're going to get some more. They can squeeze a little bit on Disney to get a little bit more money. And from Comcast's point of view, I don't see a problem with it. You know, they're doing business. That's the contract they made. They own that contract. It's not in their interest to sell it at a loss. It just simply isn't. They might as well just wait. It doesn't bother them. Whereas Disney obviously want to sort out their streaming services. They want to get profitable. You know, there's a whole issue of whether or not they're going to want to merge Disney Plus and Hulu together, or whether or not they want to keep them separate, or if they want to, there's, you know, lots of speculation that they might end up selling stuff back to Comcast. It looks like right now Comcast is just looking to get the money. They want their pay, and I can see why they would do that. And it's really kind of, Disney is going to have to do it. Now, whether or not they do it early or whether or not they wait till 2024, it's going to take a while. And this is why we haven't seen general entertainment kind of picking up so much on Disney Plus in the US, because of the Hulu situation. It's just very complicated. So I do think that there are some issues with Disney Plus not getting general entertainment because of Hulu, for one probable reason. And I think that's because if Disney start pulling too much stuff off of Hulu and putting it onto Disney Plus, then Comcast could then say they're sabotaging it. And that could then cause some lawsuits and a whole host of other stuff. So that's very tricky for them to do. They've kind of got to balance it. They've also got to still make money on Hulu. And Hulu makes much more money now with the advertising than Disney Plus. That's why we're getting the advertising tier later this week. But yeah, so it's all a bit messy. But yeah, Comcast pretty much right now are literally just kind of almost in some way like goating Disney, going, yeah, they're going to be sending us a big check. They know they've got Disney over a barrel, and that's how it's going to be staying for a while. Definitely think this is something to be watching. I definitely feel like we're going to be seeing more sort of argy-bargy between the CEOs. Disney kind of trying to downsell Hulu, while obviously from Comcast's point of view, they want to up it and make it seem like it's bigger. That's a big reason why Hulu never launched internationally, was because if they made it an international platform, Comcast still owned 33%. So that wasn't really in their interest. That's why they've gone with Disney Plus having everything in. And obviously, the world's changed a lot since this deal was made back in 2019. A lot less streamers. We can see where the business is going. And hopefully at some point, you know, they can kind of sort all this out. But yeah, it's going to be a bumpy road. But yeah, so it's definitely interesting to see it from Comcast's point of view, that they just think they're going to be getting a big check and then they can kind of walk off to the bank. Hopefully it's not one of those big novelty checks. That's the kind of thing. Well, anyway, let me know what you think of all of this in the comments below. Remember to go check us out over at What's On at DisneyPlus.com. Like, follow and subscribe, and I shall see you guys soon. Laters. Thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow and subscribe. Also, a huge thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon and also on our YouTube channel memberships. And I shall see you guys in another video. Laters.